about your role as a business partner with our new digital T-level. Can we firstly just start off with introducing yourselves, what you do, and a little bit about the company? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Dom. I'm on the sales camp team, and I manage our relationships with multiple schools across the country. So Invasion is a youth travel company. We specialise in gap year travel, weekend breaks, and work placements abroad. We run programs all over the world. You may have heard of some already. Programs like Camp Thailand, Camp Bali, AmeriCamp, to name a few. We send thousands of young people abroad every year for unforgettable experiences. And we're also starting to expand into new ventures like Wellnergy. It's a wellness festival taking place here in the UK. And all sorts of lots of different exciting projects to be part of.
I'm Katie. I'm the head of marketing for all of Invasion. So I work across all of the brands that Dom's just mentioned, heading up the marketing team, which involves everything from content to websites, social media, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, we run all of those programs. Our office is in Manchester, a very chilled, laid back office. We're a very young company. Our average age is something like 23, 24. So it's all very creative, very exciting, but in quite a good laid back environment.
Fab. Oh, it sounds great. And I know that most of our students will have heard of Camp Thailand and those that you guys kind of run and participate in. Maybe Katie, you can tell me a little bit about how Invasion uses digital and technology in the running of those programs.
Yeah. So we use it basically for everything. Our whole marketing department is 99.9% digital. We don't do much physical marketing. It just isn't right for our demographic, which is young people. So pretty much all of our operations and everything is done online. So we start off with paid advertising as most of our marketing effort, which is all done on Facebook and Instagram and social media. We use that in a very data-driven way to optimize everything based on all the statistics we get from that. And then from there, we optimize our websites, which are the main port of call for all of our customers. Our applications are all online, so every customer that we have will have to come through our website and often comes through our Facebook channels. From there, they get passed on to the sales staff, which is Dom, and they will receive automated emails and texts based on their interest, based on what they've asked for, based on other information that they've given us, which is all automated. And then they'll receive a sales call from a rep, and then from there, everything goes back online. We use various booking systems and software, and then they get customer portals where they can upload all their documents, check out their additional tours and all that kind of stuff. So it is extremely digital based. Pretty much everything that we do will have that digital element to it. So for us, it's extremely important, all these digital skills, which is why a big reason why we wanted to get involved with this.
Yeah, fab. It just makes sense, doesn't it, that so many of your programs and utilising digital technology to streamline all of your communication, really, and a huge part, I imagine, of both your guys' roles is communicating with clients and with students. You mentioned a little bit there, Katie. Obviously, the T-level is brand new for 2020, and OSFC are actually the only provider in Greater Manchester to be offering this course in 2020. So we're really, really proud of it, and we want to obviously shine a light on the business partners, that's you guys. Why did you guys think it was so important to become a business partner for the new T-level?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So, we've been partners with Oldham College for quite some time now, and we just think it's really important. We want to support the students and help them prepare for a career in the real world. After hearing from you guys exactly what the T-level course involves and how it will help the students, we think it's a no-brainer to get involved and help, develop the next generation. Everything you're doing ties in with the way we run our company. So just like Katie said, with our whole strategy is based on digital marketing, digital engagement. That's how we communicate with, the generation that we are trying to target. So as it ties in so nicely, we can support you guys and you can support us. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, definitely. I love the fact that you guys are a young, creative company as well. That's sort of part of the ethos and the working environment with you guys. And that is something that the digital T-level especially sort of encompasses. It is a creative course. It's a course where these students who are already enthusiastic about the digital technology and coding and programming and all that sort of thing, to really hone those skills that they might be already have a passion for. And it sounds like you guys are a really good fit for that. What do you think? This is a bit of a big question, but I think it's really apt at the moment. Obviously, you guys are at home, you're working remotely. I'm in the office, but we're doing this over a digital platform. What do you guys think the future of digital looks like?
So for me, digital is its own industry, obviously, but I think it's such a massive part of every industry. That I think that's, for me, the thing I like most about my job is that now when I'm 25 and I love traveling, I can do this job here and have a great time and be really invested in it. And then in 10 years' time, if I want to settle down and start a family or whatever, I don't want to travel, then all of these skills are completely transferable to absolutely any industry. So if my interests change, then I can change with it. Like, it's not like a doctor, you're a doctor for your whole life in this exact like career path. Like, you can take these skills to literally any industry, whether it's fashion, sport, like anything that you're interested in. And it's not going anywhere. It's only going to grow from here. When I was at school, like being a social media manager or like a content creator was just not a thing. So in 5 to 10 years time, like who knows? And literally anything could be possible. And these skills are going to be important forever and are only going to get more and more important, as we can see the fact that we're here. Like my parents having to do their jobs on Zoom is an absolute nightmare. So like having skills is only going to excel you in the work environment.
Yeah, I love that answer. And actually, you've picked up on two things there that no one else has mentioned in any of my other interviews. No one's sort of mentioned that they're so transferable into any environment. The skills that these students are going to pick up on the T-level course are hugely transferable. And like you say, you can adapt it into an industry or a sector or a particular business that meets your personal interests as well. I love that answer. Dom, do you want to answer that as well?
Yeah. I mean, technical innovation is pretty much ever ongoing. Just look back at the last 5 years on how, things are digitized. Companies are always looking for digital transformation, from old processes to new processes. The skills are just going to be here for the rest of your life. The digital workplace is here to stay. It's exactly what the future is. What it actually looks like in 10 years, who knows? Because if you sat back 10 years ago and asked us what was going to be around now, how we'd be marketing to our customers and all sorts, we wouldn't have been able to tell you. So the future is just exciting with digital work. Anything can happen. The innovation is unbelievable, and it's just a good place to be.
Yeah, definitely. A huge part of the T-level course is a 45-day work placement, and hopefully we're going to get some of our T-level students off to you guys and working with you guys physically or remotely. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think students will gain from a work placement with Invasion?
So I'll do mine first.
Go on.
We're offering a few different placements. So I'm having one in my team, which will focus obviously on digital marketing. So I have everything from a web designer to a graphic designer to paid ads and SEO management people on my team that can offer all of their expertise. So they're going to get a broad understanding of all the different parts of digital marketing. I think a lot of young people think that it's just like social media and that kind of thing, which is not the case. Like, there's so much that goes in behind the scenes, especially on a digital level, to like websites and all of the back end and that kind of stuff that they will be exposed to. And also they'll have the opportunity to be creative. They'll be able to write blogs and be involved in like brainstorming and ideas and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it'll just be quite a well-rounded introduction to the world in an environment where everyone's very supportive and creative, and it's all a big collaborative effort. So I think it'll be a good first introduction into the whole aspect of it.
Yeah, definitely. I think I would like a work placement on your team, Katie. Can I get involved? What about you, Dom?
Yeah, so from our side, there'll be a couple of other placements, more focusing on the sort of digital sales strategy and operations side of things. So, all of our customer engagement, the majority is done digitally. So how we communicate with people via social media, direct message, incoming and outgoing calls as well. The operations perspective is vital. So we do a lot of workflows. So when people look at the ads and things from Katie's team, they'll be enrolled in workflows that will go, emails will be going sent out to them, and we have, processes in place to ensure that customers are always getting engaged with. Ties very much into Katie's team as well, but there'll be, work to do around those. It will help them understand digital sales strategies and digital operations.
Fab. I know that you guys obviously cover so much, and like you said, the teams working together, and there's so much that goes into what you guys are putting out and how you're communicating. What might a typical day look like for one of our students on a work placement with you?
So for me, it's a very fast-paced work environment because we work across every aspect of the business. So there'll always be something going on, and it's not necessarily going to be the same thing every day. But for example, like, we could get there in the morning, start off the day writing like a blog post about a place that you've really enjoyed visiting, and then maybe join a big meeting with like some ideas being thrown around with one of the teams. And then maybe a little lunch break with some of our dogs. That's always fun. And then we would do maybe some like interaction with customers in the afternoon, or like go up with our web developer and see what he's doing, get a bit of training from him, or just like have a little shadow, see what's going on up there. And then maybe some kind of statistics to finish the day that need to go into like a report to the board. Because we're quite a small company, like, I think stuff that they will be doing will be like direct to directors and stuff like this, but like quite a high level. So I think they'll get like a good level of variety in their day, but also in like reporting to me or to one of our execs or the director. Like, it's going to be a big variety.
Fab.
Cool. And from my side, initially it'll be come in the morning, make yourself a cup of tea, pet the dogs, as Katie said, they'll always be running around. From there, it'll be, looking into a bit more about our brands, getting an understanding of the different trips we run. And from there, it'll be helping us with some customer engagement. So, replying to some messages, looking at our DMs through social media, through WhatsApp and things like that, talking to our customers. Maybe then probably spend some time with our operations team, looking and making sure our customers have the right documentation, looking at our workflows, seeing if there's any improvements. We are actually, although we're still quite young, getting a bit old for the demographic that we are marketing towards. So, any tips from the young guys on how we can improve our strategy is obviously going to be really welcome from our side. And we think that, you guys can add a lot of value to our business there. We'll be helping just generally communicate to customers throughout the day and the processes on operations.
Yeah,
you need someone to explain to me what TikTok is. That role.
We need some help there.
Yeah, that's what we're searching for. You both mentioned dogs there, so hopefully, if the power of the editing suite goes well, I'll put a picture of these doggies.
We'll send over pictures of the dogs.
Yeah.
Obviously, we couldn't do this meeting face to face, and we were really keen to. However, COVID has got in the way. But I know that you guys are really keen to sort of share the environment and the vibe of the working place that these students will be able to come into. Could you just summarise that? Because I've seen pictures of your office, and I get the impression that it's a really, really fun place to work. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so it's very hard to imagine and describe. Basically, we've got these life-size statues of movie characters all around the office. Big statues of Sully from Monsters Inc., Darth Vader, lots of Star Wars characters, stormtroopers and things like that dotted around. We've got a big AstroTurf in the middle of the office with some stairs that go up to a second level. There are always dogs running around. We always have music playing throughout the day. I class myself as chief DJ in the office and always playing different tunes. It's quite an open plan office, lots of room for people to walk around, talk to each other. It's just a great place to be.
Yeah, we all work on laptops, so moving is essential, especially for my team who work between everybody. But I think because it was set up over 10 years ago now by two best friends, and it's just sort of like grown from there. It is very sociable. It's very collaborative. But everyone works really hard because they love the company, but it's quite a laid back vibe. What our director's main saying is positive vibes. He wants positive vibes always. So yeah, you either succeed or you learn is another of his mottos. So yeah,
I think that's quite a modern, it's quite a modern way of looking at the working environment, which I love, and I think fits quite nicely into this new course, really. The T-level course is obviously an alternative to A-levels. It's an alternative to an apprenticeship, and these students are going to have the best of both worlds, really. They get a year's worth of college study where we teach them the theory of this digital industry, and then they come out to you guys or one of our business partners and get a work placement. And it's really a modern way of tackling that industry, and the way we learn and the way we work is, like you guys say, it's changing. And why not have an open plan office with music going and everyone's feeling creative and positive? So yeah, I love that. Last question from me. Obviously, a big part of the T-level course is the work placement. As an employer, how important is having work experience to you?
We think it's really important. We actually hire from a wide range of experience backgrounds. I have a degree in work experience, and I've been working in this industry for a while, whereas Dom, he's also been working in this industry for a while now, but he was an apprentice. We have quite a few apprentices. We have a few people who have just taught themselves their skills, and it's just an opportunity for us to help the next generation to get to where we are, because we obviously love it. So yeah, I think it's super important, and we really like the idea of this new thing. We're more than happy to get involved with it because we have such a range of backgrounds anyway.
Yeah, and adding to that, so as Katie suggested, and I did an apprenticeship in my day, and it was vital for me. I didn't want to go to university, but I wanted to get experience, and as the best way to do it. I did an apprenticeship in IT sales, and I worked for that company for 4 years before moving into the travel sector. I think giving the opportunity to students to get work experience and placements in industries that they want to move forward with is so essential, and is obviously going to help set those students apart from further competition when they actually go to move on in their careers.
Perfect. Oh, thank you so much, guys. It's been really interesting to chat with you, and hopefully we'll get to send some of our students to work with you guys very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We cannot wait.